up, guys? It is your girl, Alexandra Francois, and welcome to the Black Diagnosis Podcast, episode 2. I am excited about this discussion today. I am so excited. We're talking about the lack of knowledge. Why? Why, as a Black people in this century, in this time, in 2023, are we still dealing with these racial health disparities? In my opinion, I believe it's because of a lack of knowledge, not knowing what to do. Now, we can only hold on to that excuse for so long. We can only hold on to that excuse for so long. In this age, we've got YouTube University. At this point, you can learn anything on YouTube, right? Social media in general. You can go on Instagram, TikTok. There's so much information out there. The website, Google. You can Google literally anything and everything, and you'll find information on what to do when it comes to fitness, health, and wellness. And really, during the pandemic, the fitness industry has become, in my opinion, oversaturated. Everyone is a fitness coach. Everyone's a personal trainer. Everyone is a health coach. Everyone's giving out information when it comes to what to do for your health and wellness. So why, guys, as people, why culturally are we still the number one race when it comes to diagnoses in heart disease and diabetes and in stroke? These are hypokinetic chronic diseases that as a race, we are still number one in. Why? Why? So we cannot say any longer that it's because we don't know. That honestly cannot continue to be the excuse. So moving forward towards the end of this episode, I'm going to talk about and give you guys strategy, a very simple blueprint in my many years of personal training and working with clients of all kinds, especially African American clients. I'm going to provide a simple guideline for you in order for you to take that first step to put an end to this generational curse that we've been experiencing as Black people. Statistically, however, the CDC states that we are actually, as a people since 1999, are living longer. Now, there was a period from 99 till 2005, I believe it was like 5 or 15, 2015, where the Black race was living longer by it was like 23%, 23, 25, 26%, which was great, which is great. However, now as a people, we're still experiencing these very prominent racial health disparities that are putting a barrier to us really excelling in good health. When you're looking at healthcare costs, right? Being able to afford healthcare. When you're looking at things like jobs. And I talked about this in my episode 1, the intro episode, access to resources such as grocery stores, gyms, even mental health services, physicians, things like that. And so a lot of these things are systemic, but right, a lot of them is the lack of knowledge of what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So let's talk about the statistics. As a people, we as African Americans, as Black people, between 18 and 49, we are 2 times more likely to die from heart disease than our white counterparts. And then African Americans ages 35 through 64 years old are 50% more likely to have high blood pressure. Right? These statistics are mind-blowing because we are 2 times more likely to be diagnosed with heart disease, and we are 50% more likely to have high blood pressure. So what that all correlates to is how we eat as a people, how we eat. I am Caribbean. My parents are Haitian. And so everything is about food. We eat well. Haiti is known for how we cook. And as I'm watching, my grandmother They are sous chefs, literally the best cooks I've ever, like the best food I've ever tasted in my life. And when I'm watching them cook, the amount of butter, my goodness, the amount of salt, the amount of, sugar and oil, even excess oil in our foods. And when you're just looking at, that's for me as a Caribbean, but even looking at black people in general and how we eat. When we're breaking it down, I'm going to break it down into regions. Let's talk about regions. I was raised in the South, right? I was born in the North, but then we migrated down to North Carolina. I was in that Bible Belt, right? In the South, we fry everything. We fry fish. We fry chicken. We fry okra. We fry absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. Thanksgiving, why y'all? Why do we got a fried turkey, ham, and fried chicken at the table? Now, I ain't gonna complain. It's good. It's delicious. However, when we're looking at it in the long run and culturally, how food like that is being passed down generationally, right? This is where we're seeing the health issues and how we're eating. And when we are incorporating vegetables, when there is vegetables, when there are yams or sweet potatoes, it is drenched in sugar. When there are, collard greens, we got fried pork in the collard greens. When there are vegetables, we're incorporating it with, excess added processed substances, really chemicals, right? And it's not staying healthy. It's not staying, when it comes to overall the vegetable. We might as well just, just when it comes to nutritious content, just not even talk about it. But it's important that as Black people, we're consuming more fruits and vegetables. We as a people in general in America, when you're looking at, our plates, when you're looking at what we eat and like to consume, our meats are usually the main portion of our meals. I go to like a steakhouse. I go to like a just a typical restaurant where you sit down and eat. They got filet mignon, and then the side is a side of asparagus, a side of, broccoli, cauliflower. The side is the vegetable instead of there being on the plate the main portion vegetable and then the side being meat. Now, not pushing I'm not pushing an agenda here when it comes to how we're eating and meat, right? And plant-based dieting. But this is a concern because if we're eating foods and meats like fried chicken, and that's the main thing, you got here in Baltimore City, we got chicken boxes, right? These chicken boxes, it's just all chicken and just a little bit of fried French fries, right? And so when we're looking at portion sizes and how we're eating, it's important to know the information about what we eat, the way we eat. It's so important in fighting against and preventing these hypokinetic diseases such as heart disease. One of the main factors in diagnosis is with heart disease and diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, strokes, things like that, right? Diseases like that. It's what we're eating, how we're eating, our portion control, right? We need to make sure that we're grasping this and prioritizing our nutrition. Our nutrition matters. It matters. And another factor underneath, I would say that, and we're taught in school when it comes to understanding fitness, health, and wellness and nutrition too, is that 80% of it is what we eat. I'm leaning now towards it being like a 60-40% thing instead of an 80-20%, because just as important as it is to focus on what you're eating, you also have to be active. You also have to be active. Sedentary lifestyles in the Black community is killing us. Sedentary lifestyle is killing us. Not moving, getting up and moving, whether that is going out and taking the CDC recommends 30 minutes of walking. That's it. That is the minimum. And I know that during my, when I was working in corporate during my lunch breaks, 30-minute walk, that's easy. That's nothing. Listen, put some AirPods in, some music in, and start walking, listening to a podcast like The Black Diagnosis while you're walking. Keep yourself preoccupied while you're walking. Walk with a friend, family member. Taking time to get up and move is important. It's important. Statistically, your white millennials are very active in this area of physical activity. They get involved in recreational sports. We as a people, now, we love basketball, we love football, but taking advantage of getting into those recreational sports. And if you're a woman doing, recreational sports at your local YMCA, like volleyball or even basketball, and other sports, there are plethora of activities that you can do within 30 minutes or even longer to help fight against the sedentary lifestyle. Now, I always talk about with your workspace, if you're working from home, if you're in a corporate setting, purchasing a stand-up desk, a desk that in which instead of sitting all day you're standing up, right? Purchasing one of those treadmills. Nowadays they got those really foldable, you could just put it away type of treadmills in which you can walk, or even those foot pedals in which you can pedal while you're working, and so that you're not sedentary for long periods of time. It's important that as Black people, we understand that movement is priority. It is priority, right? Now, I want to give you guys some strategies in taking this first step. Do not rely solely on the internet for information. I mean, I understand we can Google everything and get answers for everything. However, you need to put in consideration of first, where are you in this process? Where am I? You need to think about your fitness level. So what's happened is we follow these advanced, people who've been on social media, people who've been working out for years. We follow them and then we try to mimic what they're doing, and we don't see the results because we don't consider the fact that they've been working out for a very long time. They're at a different fitness level than you are. Consider where you are. What's good for them may not be good for you. So when you're looking at your fitness level, it's important to seek information from a professional. And I mean by professional, someone who is credentialed and well knowledgeable about fitness, health, wellness, and nutrition. Seeing a certified personal trainer, one who is experienced in fitness coaching, health coaches, because you can actually be licensed and credentialed in that area as well. Seeking a nutritionist, a licensed nutritionist, a licensed dietitian. Now, I say be careful, be cautious about, not saying that physicians and orthopedic physicians don't have this information or are not knowledgeable, because some and most are actually knowledgeable in this. However, we as fitness professionals, as personal trainers, as nutritionists, this is our field of expertise. Physicians and orthopedic doctors are their expertise, and they are educated in medicine, right? So we're trying to prevent. This is taking preventative measures when it comes to walking in a healthy lifestyle. So inquiring information from a personal trainer is very beneficial in that. Now, if you have been diagnosed with a hypokinetic disease, meaning you've been diagnosed with heart disease, You've been diagnosed with diabetes. You've been diagnosed with, or you've happened to recover from a stroke, right? Your physician will and should suggest that you speak or inquire information from a gym, a local health and wellness resource center. And most of the time, that's what they'll do, right? So it's important that you know who to speak to help guide you down the exact path and direction that you need in order to excel in this thing and overcome whatever disease that you've been diagnosed with. Now, when we're talking about preventative measures now, when we're talking about, you haven't been diagnosed with anything, fitness professionals, get your checkup. You should be getting checked up, right, regularly, and then speak to a fitness, health, wellness, a nutritionist, a dietitian. Healthcare, your health insurance, if for most African American people, we do not have affordable health care. We do not have health care. And so, finding resources from a YMCA about what you can do in order to, whether it is get affordable health care or speak with a professional to help you maneuver in starting the journey. It is important that you are informing yourself. It is very, very important. It's imperative and it's a priority. Seeking help to show you what you need to do exactly to cater to you. This is an individualized thing. What we're talking about is you. We're not talking about anybody else right now. We're talking about you. And as you prioritize your health, as you prioritize taking the steps to get you to where you need to be, everyone in your family, everyone in your life will, when they see the results, when they see, how strong you are, how fit you are, how even confident, because this is a holistic thing. We're talking about also growing in mental health as well. The way exercise, the way the body responds to exercise hormonally and through every system is actually it's astonishing. More if people understood that your body mechanically, our body is like a machine, mechanically aligns itself the way it needs to with exercise and healthy living, everyone would do it. Everyone would do it. But it's a lack of knowledge of knowing how how drastic are the changes, how it impacts the body, right? First step, first step is seeking professional help. Seek help. Don't just Google it. Don't just look online. Use your people that you follow on Instagram as inspiration and motivation to get you started. But don't just rely on them alone. Don't just rely on what they're doing, because what they're doing is for them. You need to focus on you. It's about you. Seeking help, right? Writing down the vision. Write down the vision. Why is this important to you? Why do you want to make this change? Why do you want to start this health journey? For me, it's about generational legacy. It's about generational health. I want to my children's children's children to understand the importance of living the healthy lifestyle. And that's why I do what I do now. It could be for you things such as, simple things like I work with clients who they just simply want to be able to go up and down stairs without breathing heavily, without getting tired by the time they get to the top of the stairs. Or they have a wedding that they want to look great for. They want to fit into their favorite pair of jeans that they no longer can fit in because they've gained weight. It can also be things as serious as overcoming eating disorders, eating addictions. It all matters. It all matters. Write down the vision. Write down where you want to be. Where are you trying to go? Why are you wanting to do it? Where are you trying to go? When? How long are you giving yourself to accomplish this health and wellness goal. It's important to talk about why and when, right? And that duration, because you want to hold yourself accountable, especially if you have events going on. So, like a wedding, for example, and 3 months you're getting married, 6 months you're getting married, and you want to lose that weight, and you're looking at losing like 50, 60 pounds to fit in that wedding dress, or to look stronger, to be in your best shape. When you write down that timeline and you're constantly looking at that date, it pushes you, because if you're trying to do it in 3 months and you've only lost 5 pounds and you got only 1 month to go, right? It's like, okay, I need to push myself. I got to get back on track. I need to do whatever I need to do in order to lose this weight, right? But we're talking about generationally as well. So if I am, as one who is trying to leave a legacy and not just focusing on now, not just focusing on an event, I'm pushing myself and telling myself each and every single day, hey, you're going to get this amount of time in because you want to stay healthy for the rest of your life. And so it's important to write down exactly what you're trying to accomplish, when you're trying to accomplish, and how you're going to do it. I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes every single day to walking. I'm going to dedicate 15 to 20 minutes on my break to, doing something as simple as walking, push-ups, whatever it is. I'm going to make sure that every morning at 6 a.m. I wake up and go to the gym. I'm going to set my alarm for 7 p.m. to get up and go to the gym, whatever that looks like. How are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? I hope that this encourages you to inform yourself, When you're seeking professional help, I love what I do. I'm passionate about being a certified personal trainer and public health ambassador. And anybody that comes and inquires information from me, we sit down and we literally draw out an entire plan. We talk about an entire plan for that person, individualizing it so that you are seeing the success and the results for you. And it's important that you take that first step. As Black people, this is imperative. It is imperative that we're doing what's necessary and making choices, better choices with our nutrition, better choices with physical activity, and overall taking the initiative to be the best versions of ourselves and put an end to what we're seeing in 2023, and that is these racial health disparities that have been prominent for years. Today is a great day to start. Inform yourself, seek help, and write down the vision. We can do this, guys. We can do this. We just got to start. Let's go. I hope this encourages you today. I hope to see you also for episode 3 of the Black Diagnosis. Thank you guys for listening.